Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Boom Studios issue 113, Darkest Hour, and if I'm correct, part 3. I've lost count already. We're only 3 issues in to this event. Or are we? So this is written by Melissa Flores, colors by Rao Angulo, illustrations by Simona. And then we've got letters by Ed Dukeshire. So our story begins actually in another dimension. Specifically, it's the Dino Charge universe. Sorry, I almost said Dino Furious. Dino Charge universe. And Keeper is off on a mission, etc. And Kendall is picking up something odd around the morphing grid and suggests that they don't morph, etc. So very similar to Shattered Grid, which was around Draken was taking all the powers from the Rangers, etc. This infection is infecting all these worlds, and what that means is Mistress Vile and Dark Specter can get their hands using this infection. Let me just move that little hand out the way. They can use this infection to control Rangers. So even though they were advised not to morph, they morphed. Or they started to morph, sorry. Keeper comes in and starts attacking Kendall. And is reportedly feeding into Mistress Fire already quite quickly. Mistress Vile uses the virus to control the Rangers, as she promised her master. Meanwhile, back on Earth, is Torona, isn't it? He's trying to help the refugees that have come through from other places, brought in by the Coinless and Hyperforce as well. And the mayor isn't interested, and they're not really set up for this. Meanwhile, they're being attacked on the outside. Billy also tells her that that she's dead. Grace is dead. So anyway, there is this monster, and Billy goes out to fight her, etc. And the Coinless join, which is pretty interesting. He's trying to figure it out. He's like, where am I? Am I on the wrong road? Even I thought, are we on the wrong world? Has he gone somewhere else? Etc. Because that's what Grace thinks. He's been sent somewhere else. So they destroy the monster. And then Kia takes off her mask, etc. And then he realizes that he's actually home. Bulk and Trini are trying to get Alpha to work. And then Billy arrives, etc., who Trini hasn't seen for a long time, probably since those early days when Mighty Morphin Power Rangers used to come out, and he fell into the Coinless universe, if I remember correctly. So they're all having a sort of catch-up, etc., and he thinks he's been away for a few hours. It's actually been a few days, etc., and they all thought that Mistress Vile had killed all the Rangers because they can't find them, etc. So when the Master Arch went off, it was like an explosion, and they all got sucked into the Arch, etc. So they're everywhere else. And Vinster on this ground has been allowed to release these monsters, etc. So Drake can rise up, and you can imagine Billy's goes into a defense mode, thinking that this is a trap, etc. He actually gets some decent licks in with his weapon there, impaling him, much to Draken's annoyance. And he doesn't like being impaled. It's quite amusing, these sort of quibbles, etc. So they managed to rein him back in, and it's complicated, but we need to sort of all work together, etc. It's not a perfect thing, but it will. That's how it will be. Meanwhile, Spectre is looking over his world, and he's trying to establish that he is in charge, etc. So he's he tells sort of Death off, they may be under your control, but actually I can take it all away. So clearly, I can't remember the Death story but Dark Specter must have had some influence on him becoming the Death Ranger. If he's saying that, I can take this all away. He also reminds Mistress Vile that that he is in charge as well. The victory is mine alone. You serve me, etc. And he will not rest until the Morphin grid is entirely his, etc. So onto the Hyperforce Rangers. So they were all sort of having a catch up and talking about how everything is going on in this infection. So Mistress Vile has the easy route because she can literally walk through the master gate and go take over some rangers, whereas hyperspace, so if we think about when this is playing out, what, season 2 of Power Rangers, or somewhere in season 2, after the White Rangers there, after Aisha, Rocky and Adam, and before the wedding, this is sort of in between that period. So nobody would have known who became a ranger, when, where, how, why, etc. So hyperspace is literally trying to roadmap him, and it's very difficult. So they managed to save Kendall. So we don't see how they saved her, but they managed to save Kendall, etc. So there's also some nice little quibbles in relationships, etc. Wandering eyes and beautiful people and all that stuff, etc. So the Morphin grid is going to become corrupted. That is Dark Specter's goal, and they've got to stop it. Billy also has another idea that Grace left him something. So they all go there to the Master Arch, basically. So to get in there, etc. So yeah, Draken. I can't remember who's who. Draken. No, maybe that's Bulk. I'm not sure. No, it must be Bulk. Bulk must be the Red Ranger, if I remember rightly. I could be wrong. I can't remember. So anyway, we get this moment between Trini and Billy. Bear in mind, they had not seen each other for a long time. She talks about Drake and etc. I know. And then she talks about Scorpina. So she says, Scorpina, I trust her. Draken is evil and then, dangerous. But we don't have a lot of choice here. Same with Kira. Not everything is black and white. It's a bit grey at the moment. We need these two. And yes, they may be evil or go be evil afterwards. But we need their assistance to survive this. We can't survive this otherwise. And she also says how she's lost Kimberly. Zach, everybody she loves, including you, is gone in my world. This is about survival. Putting aside our differences to survive. And, it's happened numerous times in comics, series, films, where these things sort of happen. The bad guy, ends up helping, etc. So he puts the eggs there, and the intent is when they go to morph, the residue morphine energy will activate the eggs, and it will open the Master Arch, meaning they can get in there and perhaps save some Rangers. However, it doesn't seem to go as planned. I'm not sure why. It doesn't seem to go as planned. And kaboom. Big old boom. And it ends up with a Phantom Ranger. What have you done? Literally, that is it. Nothing else. The Master Arch looks like it's been destroyed, which maybe not be a bad thing if they've cut off access for Mistress Vile to go everywhere else. I'm sure I can't remember if there's another Master Arch or whatever, but no, I don't think there is. So this will be interesting. The next couple of issues will be interesting because that means the Omega Rangers and the Almighty Morphin Power Rangers are cut off. Now, what this means in terms of the next issue is I can only think that they would actually try to, what's the word I'm looking for? Try to have the next issue focus on those other Rangers. What have they been up to? And then we're bounced back. And I feel like that's how this event is going to go until they all come together as one big happy family and save the day. And then Rita and Zed fall in love and get married. Anyway, there is the latest issue. I thought it was quite cool. I actually enjoyed that. Nice dialogue, nice development, interesting, moments between certain characters, etc. If you like my channel, please support my channel by subscribing. Really appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Thank you to those that have subscribed. Make sure you look after yourself. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.